Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Project Zoro. What is Project Zoro? Project Zoro is the bias predictor that we use, which is essentially, or which was essentially created by using my concepts, okay? Using time and price. But since I focus on time, it's majorly based on time, okay? Now, Project Zoro, what it does is, like I said, it gives you the bias. Now, it will give you the bias for both the London session and the New York session. Okay, once certain price conditions are met, then price will follow the bias 70 to 80% of the time. Okay, now you will see. What is Project Zoro? Now, Project Zoro is my algorithm that predicts price action forward in terms of the bias for the London session and the New York session as a whole. Okay, so effectively, we are giving you the bias between 3 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. EST. So you can trade between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. and between 7:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Zoro will give you the direction. So the aim is to give you the direction that price is likely to take using parameters from time and price. 80% on the time side. And you're going to find easy trades because a lot of people, the main problem that a lot of people have is the bias, the direction. How, yes, I know all the concepts, I know this, I know that. How am I going to apply these concepts, right? So what Zoro will give you is it's going to give you a direction to look at. Now, you can make money both ways. Zoro will either give you a retracement, sometimes it will just give you a full-blown reversal, okay? So with the given direction, you will be given a set of instructions on how best to use the bias produced for you. And as a trading model, so with the guidance given, you are inherently being given a free trading model as well. And you can also use the teachings from my YouTube channel, from this YouTube channel. You can use these teachings alongside Zoro to see how best it will suit you. Okay. Now here, what you can achieve with Zoro. Zoro has an accuracy rate of 70% plus. Okay. There are going to be weeks in which it's close to 100%. And there are also going to be weeks in which it's close to 60 to 50%. Okay. That is because of a higher time frame problem. That means whenever you have higher time frame objectives, sometimes price tends to just spool in one direction. Okay, price will always tend to spool in one direction. And if it spools in one direction, then we know that price is essentially going to be problematic when you have a particular bias in mind. Okay, it's always like that. It's always going to be problematic when you have a particular bias in mind. So to solve that, what we are doing is we are going to give you the bias. Okay, we're going to give you the bias via the algorithm. And you're going to use the instructions provided when you are enrolled into the algorithm to get the bias. You're going to use the instructions to determine whether this is a high probability signal or not. Because looking at the higher time frame, that is your job. What this will do is this will help you to hone your price action skills while using the bias predictor, while using Zoro to get a particular direction in mind. This is all that you need. Okay. Yes. Now, no system is perfect, but this is as close to perfect as it can get, at least from using my concepts. Because as you all know, anything above 50% in terms of accuracy is an edge. Yeah. Now, today is the 5th of December, 2023. And I thought of using today's price action as an example, right? So over here, today for the London session, I gave the bias for gold. It was bearish. Okay. So we are looking at things in two ways. One in terms of subjectivity and the other in terms of objectivity, because different people have different models. Different people have different entry points. And due to the fact that people have different entry points, well, we are taking that subjectivity into saying that, okay, if I gave you a bearish bias, and if you did indeed get the sell and it hit your take profit, whatever that take profit is, then yes, it was a success. You had a direction in mind. You received the direction from Zoro. You got in your sell using your trading model and boom, done. You're done for the day. You have a 1 out of 1 win, 100% win rate for you on that particular day. Now, if you choose to look at this from an objective manner by saying, okay, if I'm starting to trade from 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I want to see if the 6 a.m. close is below the 3 a.m. EST opening price. because that's telling me that, okay, between 3 to 6, it was indeed bearish. The candle indeed closed bearish, right? So you can look at it from a subjective manner, and you can also look at it from an objective manner. In your personal trading, I'd say you look at it from a subjective manner, because as long as you get that sell, you'll like what you're doing. You'll essentially like the data that's been given to you, right? But if you want to look at it from an objective manner, if you want to hold the trade, then yes, then you can check the 6 a.m. close against the 3 a.m. open. Now, moving on to the New York session for today, I said the New York bias is bullish. Now, you have to keep one thing in mind. Whenever the higher time frame objective has not been met, right, the bias given can just be a retracement. So in this case, what the example I'm showing you, it was a retracement because price, I'm looking at my phone right now, price sold off, and I am in the sell actually. Okay, so the subjective measure is that you get a buy to 2 standard deviations of my N30 projections. Or the objective measure is that you're going to compare the 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time close to the 7:30 a.m. open. Or you're going to compare the 4:30 p.m. close to the 7:30 a.m. open. And you will see, okay, did it close bullish? If so, then yes, that's a success. Or from a subjective measure, in between 7:30 a.m. EST and 4:30 p.m. EST, if you got a buy that was perfect, that fit your condition, then that means that Zoro actually worked for you. Okay, because you got that bias. Once you have the bias in your mind, you know exactly what you're going to be looking for. Whereas if you don't have a bias in mind, you're going to be confused. You'll be thinking, do I take a sell? Yes, this looks like a sell. No, this looks like a sell. No, this looks like a buy. So what Zoro is doing is Zoro is essentially removing these doubts from your mind. Okay, so if you want to take part in Zoro, there's going to be a link in the description down below. You can enroll, you can subscribe to Zoro. And of course, you can cancel it at any time you want. I don't want to keep you right from doing it. If you feel like you got a knack for bias by yourself, you don't even have to join to use Zoro. So once you do join, if you do enroll, if you do subscribe rather, just send me a message on Instagram or on Telegram at Sean D Trades FX, and let me know your Telegram name. I'll add you to a group where all the bias is given. And also let me know what's your favorite trading pair is, and I'll send you the bias for that trading pair. So with that said, I hope you like this. I hope you'll enroll in Zoro, because all I'm trying to do is trying to help you guys with Zoro. And of course, yeah, you will see how it works once you actually subscribe and check it out. Because I believe I have given a 1-month free trial quite a while back. I'd say the first half of this year, right? A lot of people used it. So I got a lot of positive feedback from that. And yeah, so now is the time in which I'm opening it up to the public. All right, so with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck and good trading. Bye-bye.